It's a real pleasure for me to launch the Lough Derg Visitor Experience Development Plan today, not least because I am so personally aware of the enormous benefits of the Lough Derg area to its people, its environment and its heritage. The Visitor Experience Development Plan is a roadmap for destination planning for the next 5 years. It illustrates the unique attractions of Lough Derg and how best to develop visitor experiences across the area by providing a roadmap for experience development based on geographically distinctive opportunities, insight into what visitors need and want, a framework to develop clustered experiences, a collaborative approach to promoting the region, and useful ways to track progress to ensure the plan meets its objectives. The plan, developed in collaboration with key stakeholders, shines a light on the work already underway to develop visitor experience, aligns it with the wider ambition for the Shannon region, and identifies what needs to be done to meet the needs of current and future visitors. The plan is designed in line with the VICE model of tourism development, which incorporates the key elements of visitor, industry, community and environment so that it delivers a distinctive and high quality visitor experience based around the principles of slow travel, balanced and sustainable revenue and jobs growth with greater geographic and seasonal spread, benefits to local communities and contributes to a better place to live for everyone, and the protection and enhancement of the environment of Lough Derg as the region's fundamental tourism asset in association with other key stakeholders. This structured approach to building sustainability across the area is a really welcome move for our community. When you live and work in a rural area that is very much dependent on the tourism industry, you can see and feel the impact of well thought out long-term investment and health supports our businesses and our communities.
As Chief Executive of Tipperary County Council and Chairman of the Lough Derg Marketing Group, I'm absolutely delighted to be here today at the launch of the Lough Derg Visitor Experience and Development Plan. This is a 5-year plan looking to the future, and it's about collaborating, it's about moving forward, and it's about developing the tourism and tourism possibilities around the Lough Derg area. Plans are about timing, and the timing is good for the launch of this plan because it comes on the back of the launch of Waterways Ireland's Shannon Tourism Master Plan. And that was the first time that so many bodies came around the entire Lough Derg and the broader Shannon region in order to develop a plan. Obviously, the plan also sits within Fáilte Ireland's Hidden Heartlands proposition, and that's important. And of course, only in the last week to 10 days, we had the launch of the Rural Development Policy, Our Rural Future. All those plans and where the Lough Derg plan sits within that make this a plan that's very much possible to implement. And in fact, implementation of some of the key aspects of this plan has already commenced. There are some compelling features of the plan, it has to be said. Focusing on Lough Derg, of course, it brings 3 counties and 2 provinces together, focusing on developing tourism around Lough Derg and combining together as a single voice to say we believe and we have an ambition that Lough Derg can become a worldwide and recognised international tourism destination. The second compelling feature of it is the extent of collaboration surrounding this plan. We went around the lake, we visited communities, we critically involved the business people around the lake, and we brought those together with the public bodies such as Fáilte Ireland and Waterways Ireland, the local authorities such as Tipperary County Council, Clare County Council and Galway County Council, local development companies and many, many others who have come together and, if you like, spelled out our shared ambition. And we are ambitious for this Lough Derg area and we have a passion for it. And we're spelling that out in the plan. And I suppose the third compelling element of it is we recognise the importance of tourism to Lough Derg, but it's not always about generating huge numbers. In fact, what we're looking at is sustainable growth in tourism over the 5-year and indeed beyond that in this plan. And we're seeking to achieve that through a sustainable approach and looking perhaps more importantly on spend around the lake in terms of the type of visitor comes in here, what they're spending and what they're looking for.
Well, we in Waterways Ireland were delighted to lead the formulation of the Shannon Master Plan. This Master Plan is the first time there's ever been a strategic, holistic, single unitary plan in place for the entire length of the Shannon. And emanating from that, we now have this very exciting Visitor Experience Development Plan for Lough Derg that brings to life many of the high-level objectives outlined in the Master Plan and now can be brought to that project and detail level. The workshops that we engaged in here in the formulation of the plan were absolutely at the centre of many of the projects that are now emanating from the plan. So workshops were held with the communities right around the lake, and indeed it built on the networking and workshops that preceded the plan in the development of the Lough Derg Blueway. So it's step by step. The community engagement has increased, has deepened, and indeed many of the projects that are in the plan have come from the community, are of the community, and will be to the benefit of the communities here. We will continue with building on the magnificent 180 kilometres of Lough Derg Blueway. We hope to develop a greenway linking Scariff, Tuamgraney, O'Gonlow, Killaloo, Ballina, and all the way down to Limerick City. We're currently starting the formulation of discovery points right around the lake and in the entire length of the Shannon. We also have a major capital development planned for Portumna and Connacht Harbour, linking Connacht Harbour to Castle Harbour and indeed to the Forest Park. We are at the crossroads where the Hymany Way and the Bear Breffni Way cross the Shannon in Portumna. Again, a crucial juncture. There's a 335-metre river crossing currently being developed in Meelick. So there's a myriad of different projects, including new facilities for Ballycuggaran and indeed at Drumaneer. Facilities that will provide a platform for the industry, for tourism industry and activity providers to actually be able to put their products in the shop window. We in Waterways Ireland are delighted to have been involved in the formulation of this Visitor Experience Development Plan, and also as a member for the last 15 odd years of the Lough Derg Marketing Group. We're delighted to see this really transformative plan now being brought to market and hopefully to fruition and implementation. It follows on from the high-level strategic Shannon Tourism Master Plan and brings to life many of the ambitions within that plan. So as the saying goes, ar ská chéile warrants nadina, and that is absolutely true about the Lough Derg Visitor Experience Development Plan, where community, public bodies and the industry have all come together to make Lough Derg the jewel in the Shannon's crown.
So Fáilte Ireland is delighted to be part of the launch today of the Lough Derg Visitor Experience Development Plan. Really important plan for not only Lough Derg but the wider Hidden Heartlands region as well. And what the plan does in particular is focus on the visitor and who the visitor is that we're targeting through this plan. And from a domestic point of view, that's very much around families, having family fun, and also the unconstrained adults. And internationally then, it's about those that are curious about the heritage and culture that the area has to offer, and in particular those great little hidden gems that are all around Lough Derg. The Lough Derg plan focuses really well on ensuring that the industry work together very well, that the businesses all around the lake that are offering the visitor experiences network together very well and cross-promote one another. And that's really important because it ensures the visitor has a seamless experience as well and ensures that they have plenty to see and do once they come to Lough Derg. Over the past year, the Lough Derg Marketing Group has been focused on recovery and survival of all the businesses around the lake. And while that's been very important this year, for the future, the Lough Derg Visitor Experience Development Plan provides a really clear roadmap for how we can sustain future growth for all the businesses and the communities around Lough Derg.
Lough Derg is fast becoming Ireland's favourite holiday destination, and the fact that there's now a whole plan in place to bring even more structure to the tourism here is brilliant. Like, the plan links services and accommodation, so that just planning your trip is a whole lot easier. You know, it encourages slow travel, so that things like cycling or sailing and walking, they're all part of your holiday. It's not just how you get around. There's a real focus on community to get that local vibe, so you can get all of these little secrets and hidden treasures of Lough Derg, and you'll always be kind of pointed in the direction of something special or something unique, you know. And it'll all happen in the best possible way for both visitors and for locals, and of course for the environment.
We've always had sort of a great synergy and network of connection here in the town. Most of our guests would enjoy a walk to the Forest Park, a little tour around the Abbey, followed by the castle, going to the workhouse. So there's a natural flow already. What's really exciting is the prospect of bringing the networking and the connection between ourselves, our neighbours across the bridge in North Tipperary, our neighbours in East Clare, and all around the lake. So that network will expand and give the visitor a greater insight into what Lough Derg and the whole region has to offer. I think the Lough Derg plan you're not set up for your high-end adrenaline junkies. What they're setting it up for and what we're looking for and expecting are families who want to have an enjoyable staycation, somewhere they can go for nature trails, walks, bicycles, take a slow boat on the River Shannon, kayaking. There's so much to do and to take in at the same time all the natural beauty and history that's around here. So the key focus of the plan is a slow travel network. This is key to its success and will ensure, let's say, that there's sustainable slow travel tourism in this area. We hope to be part of that and be a key factor in that in the supply of bikes, so people can enjoy that type of relaxed, slow, enjoyable trip.
Nenagh is a very historic and ancient old market town. It's the gateway to the whole Lough Derg region, and it's a centre point in sale for its agricultural produce, also with our meat factory, our creamery and our cattle mark. And I'm sure it's no different than it was 1,000 years ago, set around the medieval quarter with our ancient and beautiful castle and people doing business. Today we've very, very much the same type of thing going on. Our whole future definitely lies in tourism. We very much welcome the whole new plan. We look forward to the tourist office moving back into a historic town centre in a greater and enhanced position. We look forward to capitalising and spreading the whole issue of the mountains, the lake, the footbridges on the river. The whole future of our business here in Nenagh is tourism, and it's tourism centred around the agricultural and historic experience. This new plan undoubtedly will help us to elevate the recent experiences, the good experiences that we've had on the festivals and fairs, things like Castlefest and things like Taste of Nenagh, and indeed the St. Patrick's Day Parade, where we have brought the culture and heritage aspect of our lives, mixed it in with trade on busy trading days. There's no doubt about it, the plan will enable that to become a major tourist draw, whereas tourists could have a good pedestrian feeling in the town, and they could integrate heritage, culture and the business experience into almost like our living museum.
Inish culture will be very, very important to all of us, of all our little arteries going forward, that we can interconnect with all the tourists that will be coming. In the mornings they can start here with some exercise or some family outing, maybe go to Holy Island on one of the new organised boat trips, and maybe finish up in Garrykennedy, Nenagh or Drummondere for a nice meal in the evening. We feel very privileged to be part of the hub that we built crisscross the lake. Having Inish culture as the heart of the hub, families will be able to go to Mount Shannon, Whitegate, Garrykennedy, Killaloe, and sit and have a nice lunch or an evening meal. It will be very, very significant for us. We're only a little community of 900 people, very small parishes and communities. This is going to bring in worldwide tourism and European tourism, which our rural towns and villages badly need. This plan greatly complements a strategic link of all the local businesses and all the rural villages around this island and surrounding communities.
In
In this southern hub of Lough Derg, we have a beautiful river linked to the lake and the canal outside. And it's such a fantastic environment for walking, for cycling, for canoeing. With a historical town, like to walk around and see the abundance of what we have here, we really truly are lucky. In this digital age, it's a fantastic opportunity for all of the businesses and the services to link up together so people can have a smoother, more rich experience and an easier and safer experience. And the platform that we have with the digital technology has provided us a great opportunity, especially in communication and linking different services and businesses together. The Lough Derg Marketing Group has been very forward-thinking in linking this technology as a service and as a hub to integrate all these different facets. Yeah, the Hidden Heartlands philosophy really works well with what we would promote in the slow down, that, you know, when you have your work or your schedule that's quite busy, to be able to come here as a region is fantastic, to be able to immerse yourself in nature, to relax, to slow down, to recover and recuperate, and also to learn. So you have a kind of a balance of something that's exciting but also fulfilling and rejuvenating at the same time. The idea that all of these facilities are going to be linked, from the outdoor activities like canoeing, walking trails, etc., being linked in with local businesses, and to facilitate the movement between what you do for breakfast in the morning to the activities that you do in the afternoon. It's a fantastic plan to bring these things together, and where you stay in the evening time as well, that you have a nice easy transition between all the different facets that the town and the environment has to offer.
Whatever you want, you'll find it at Lough Derg, that's for sure. I love it.
Tipperary County Council is playing our role in bringing forward projects under the Lough Derg plan. We have secured funding of €650,000 to develop a cultural quarter in Nenagh based on Nenagh's historic castle, the old jail in Nenagh, and indeed Nenagh Art Centre. And Nenagh, of course, occupies a status as a gateway town in Ireland's Hidden Heartlands and indeed to the lake itself. So it's important we now link, if you like, the town from a cultural perspective back into the lake, and this plan is about doing that. Tipperary County Council has also secured funding of €9.5 million under the Urban Fund to develop a centre of excellence around sustainability. That's in the Martyrs Road area of Nenagh, and of course links in with the cultural plan as well. So we're bringing that forward. I'm delighted to say we're also working with our colleagues in Clare County Council to develop a mobility and enhancement plan around the joint and partner towns of Lough and Ballina. And the timing is good for that also, because work is already commencing on a new road access and new bridge over the River Shannon. I'm delighted also that an application from Tipperary County Council to Fáilte Ireland under its Platforms for Growth scheme has been successful in the first phase, and that enables us now to bring this forward to the next phase, which is about detailed planning and design of a water-based support facility for Drummondere. That's going to be important in terms of supporting visits to Drummondere and indeed to the broader Lough Derg area. So that enables us now to bring that project forward to more detailed design, to the planning phases, and indeed in time to come to bring it to a reality. And a commitment by both Fáilte Ireland and Tipperary County Council to a very significant project within the Lough Derg plan itself.
I think for me here in County Clare, in the lovely Mount Shannon, if you look behind me, there's an island called Inishcaltra, Holy Island, which is in public ownership of Clare County Council and also of the OPW, and that is our exciting new project as a local visitor and tourist attraction for the years ahead. We will be developing that product as a unique feature on Lough Derg. Holy Island Inishcaltra has a long and wonderful history, and it's going to be a very important addition to our tourism product in County Clare.
In Galway, we are already progressing a number of projects identified in the plan. We are working closely with agency partners, including Fáilte Ireland, Waterways Ireland and others, to drive transformation through Portumna Vision 2030. Portumna has compelling potential as a visitor destination due to its cluster of visitor experiences, both indoors and outdoors. These include Portumna Castle, the Irish Workhouse, Portumna Forest Park, the waterways for swimming, boating, kayaking and fishing, and trails for walking and cycling. The natural and heritage assets are well supported by a proud community who have a proven delivery record of dynamic festivals, food experiences and heritage tours and events. Portumna and its hinterland is the perfect place to enjoy Ireland's hidden heartlands. In 2018, working with Waterways Ireland, Galway County Council developed this recreational vehicle park here at Castle Harbour. It has proven to be very, very successful with strong visitor numbers in 2019 and 2020. It can easily be replicated in other areas around Lough Derg and is a tremendous visitor attraction in the area. Tourism in this region has terrific potential. Galway County Council is delighted to be part of the Lough Derg Marketing Group and looks forward to a very bright future for tourism in Portumna and the Lough Derg region.
Tourism is going through the most difficult phase in the history of tourism in this country, and we recognise that, and we're responding to it and we're supporting it. The first thing we've done is we've set up a task force. This is one of 13 Fáilte Ireland task forces around the country, which is putting in place a resilience plan. This is a plan which looks at bringing the industry and Lough Derg in particular out of this very, very difficult phase and back into growth.
Indeed, the National Tourism Recovery Task Force estimated that just under 70% of the 260,000 jobs in the sector before the pandemic are now either lost or vulnerable. There is no doubt that a massive challenge lies ahead for tourism. The Task Force Recovery Plan sets out over 30 recommendations to support businesses as they recover and stabilise, with a focus on identifying strengths and opportunities along with actions to promote sustainability. What is evident is that doing more of the same will not be enough. It is crucial that we look at the new ways of selling, delivering and sustaining tourism, making what we offer more accessible in a variety of ways and something visitors will want to experience again and again. The strong framework and aims of the Visitor Experience Development Plan means that we are well on our way to delivering Destination Lough Derg.
I'm very glad that my farm tours fit in very much to the slow travel ethos, which is that you're really part of the experience, you're really learning something, that you're participating with the community, that you're helping out sustainable agriculture, that you're helping a farmer make a living in a rural area. All of that is really important, and that links in with other offerings, so people offering tours on the lake and the wonderful food offerings in our local gastropubs and restaurants and our local Tipperary food producers, for instance. We can all link together and offer very rich, multi-layered visitor experience, including food, landscape and tours. Swimming in cold water is great for mental and physical health, and I swim year round, and it's absolutely brilliant to be able to get into Lough Derg here and swim winter, summer, spring, autumn.
It's lovely living here. I have a job in Dublin that I work up for 3 days a week, and what's lovely is coming home. And when you drive down the road and you see the bridge and you see the lake and you see the river and the water, you just get this sense of peace and I'm home. So it's lovely to just come out, breathe the fresh air, be by the water and know that there are many things on a weekend or a bank holiday that you can get on the water. You can go kayaking, you can go swimming. It's just beautiful to live somewhere as lovely as here, and the new amenities will work, yes, definitely for tourists, but it's great that they're going to work for us that live here as well. It's been a tradition since we moved here about 15 years ago to walk down to the market with the kids. I just spoke to Connor there from over the bridge in Tipperary, and he was telling me all about how to cook the vegetables for my Sunday dinner today, because they're different vegetables than you'd get up at the supermarket. We only get what's in season, and it's lovely to know that they haven't travelled a long way. They've just travelled from the field to my Sunday dinner table. Nothing less than idyllic. It's just a wonderful way to spend a Sunday morning.
Living here in Lough Derg is truly a great privilege, you know, from having the ability to be able to go kayaking, to mountain climbing in these amazing facilities, to hill walking with the kids, you know. We couldn't think of a better place we'd like to live.
It's amazing to be able to just come up to all the mountains around Tip, Clare and Galway. Every weekend we nearly do a different hike, and just away from the traffic, away from the noise, away from everyone. It is amazing.
It's just having such great options on our doorstep, you know, having the ability to kayak in the morning and go hill walking in the afternoon, you know, with a young active family. What more could you want?
As a travel writer and recent communications graduate, I'm delighted to return back to Lough Derg to help run our family business, My Next Adventures. How an area is marketed is really important to me, because if we, the providers, don't see the region as a connected destination, neither will the visitor. I really welcome the focus that the Visitor Experience Development Plan places on marketing a growing destination. The variety of actions is fresh and innovative, and there's already an impact here on the ground. The Lough Derg Marketing Group are leading the way in their use of online marketing in an increasingly digitised world. They're using advanced methods which are focused on improving the visitor experience, and the guidance and support offered is welcome. I look forward to seeing the wider and long-term impact of this plan on us, the providers, the community and the users. The lake-wide community is talking together, our voice is getting louder and our message travels far.
Listen to me, I'm a professional, do you know what I mean? I've been a travel show presenter for years. I've been to some amazing places abroad and here at home. But honestly, my trip to Lough Derg last year, easily one of my favourites. And one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to in Ireland. I'd never been to Lough Derg, but me and the kids and the missus, we just had a great time. We paddled, we climbed, we wandered, we ate, we drank, we just had such a cracking time. And without doubt we will return, without doubt.
Two friends on a visit, making time fly by the waters of the hills, by the dappled skies, by winding roads and lakeside stops, by oddities, odysseys, and knick-knack shops. Like oaks you might find standing side by side, but beneath the soil, their roots intertwined. Crafting these memories makes it all so worthwhile. These are the moments you remember and smile. Out on the water in the freshest of air, with hearts that are light and free from care. Old friends are like old stories, and old castles, hikes and streams. You have to visit them sometimes, if only in your dreams. And when you can return to them, with warmth within your chest, with sweet familiarity, it's like you never left.